Welcome back. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get all of the products from the database. And to do so, we need to create a new file here called get_products. And I'm going to say getProducts.php. And in that file, the first thing that we need to do is that we need to import the connection. So here, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say include, and what I'm going to include is that I'm going to include the connection.php. And then I'm going to use the con file. I'm going to say here con, and then I'm going to call a function called prepare, and then I'm going to say select all, select all, which is asterisk, from product, because the name of the table is product, and that's it. And then I'm going to store this in a variable called statement, stmt. So stmt is going to be equal to con prepare, and then I'm going to say stmt, and then I'm going to call a function called execute, and lastly I'm going to say stmt get result, and I'm going to store the result in a variable called products. So products is going to be equal to this. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to head on over to remember we have the products.html. First I'm going to convert this file into PHP. I'm going to say products.php, and then in that file at the top, what I'm going to do is that here I am going to import. I'm going to say here PHP, and then I'm going to say include, and what I'm going to include is that I'm going to include the get_products. Get products. And I'm going to move this code over to this area. Let me show you where. I'm going to move it over to the area where we have the table. So I'm going to move it here above the table because we want it to be here. Here, exactly here. So what I'm going to do here is that instead of displaying the static, this is the static table, I'm going to remove these rows from the table. I'm going to close them, and then I'm going to remove them. So we have here so many products. I'm going to remove these products. So here I'm going to remove these products. This is the first one, and this is the second one. So we have two products. I'm going to remove only one, and I'm going to keep this. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add here a loop. I'm going to say PHP, and then I'm going to say for each products as product, and then I'm going to open a curly bracket, and just open the curly bracket, don't close it, and then close the PHP tag, and then between here what we want to do is that we want to display the product, and then at the end we need to open a PHP here tag, and then we need to close the curly bracket, and in between we need to display the data. So each product has a name and image. Let's display these. So here, instead of saying running shoes, I'm going to say here PHP, and then I'm going to say echo, and what I'm going to echo is that I'm going to echo the product. I'm going to say product, but we need to echo the product name. Remember, we need to echo the product. If you go to the database, let me show you that in the database, in the product table. In the product table, we have, this is the product table. In the product table, we have the name, category, description, image, and price, quantity. So let's start with the name. So for the name, we need to say here product name, and then semicolon. And let me copy this code, And at the top here, we have the image. So instead of saying product1 JPG, I'm going to remove it. And then I'm going to paste this code again. And instead, I'm going to say product image. And we need, below this, we need here the category. So for the category, I'm going to say product category. And then here we need the quantity. I'm going to paste this. And then I'm going to say quantity. And then we need here the price. So for the price, I'm going to say, I'm going to keep the dollar sign, but I'm going to remove the number, and then I'm going to say here price. And lastly, we have the edit and delete. We don't need to do anything with these. Let me now save, and let's here open the terminal and run our project. So if I run my project here, I'm going to say PHP minus capital S local host 8000. And now let me head on over to the browser and refresh. And let's go to the products page. Now remember, the products page is PHP. The product page, this product page is products.php. So we need to say here /products.php, or we can click here on products. So this here, it says doesn't exist because here it says products.html. Therefore, we need to say here products.php. So now, as you can see, what I'm going to get is that I'm going to get an error. So we have an error here in line 72. It says failed to open stream, no file, no such file or directory in this location, and this is a common error. This error is because in the products.php in my file, I forgot to say here .php. I should say get underscore products.php. I forgot to do this. Let me now save and refresh one more time, and here we have another error which is here undefined variable product. So here we have an error. It says undefined variable product in line 91. And the reason is because here I should say products as product. Let me now save one more time and let me refresh. And if I refresh, now we will get all of the products. And since we only have one product here, it will be displayed here. Let me prove this to you. If I here click on insert, let me click here on insert, and let's insert another product. I'm going to say here, let's say bag, and the category is bags, and the description is, let's say, black bag. The image is product2.jpg, JPEG, because in the project, the image, remember, the image is, the second image is product2.jpg. So this is for the image. Let me insert the price. So the price, I'm going to say 250. The quantity, I'm going to say 5. Let me click on go. And as soon as I click on go, and as soon as I refresh my front end, as you can see, the bag will be displayed here. So it works successfully, and now we can get any product we have from the database and displayed here in the products page.